And good morning world, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, it's the 11th of February, it's a Tuesday morning here in the UK and it's wet. I've come back from the desert in Morocco where every day I had hundreds of people calling me Ali Baba, nothing to do with a beard I don't think. Anyway, I've come back from the sun and to what? Rain. Now it'd be really easy for me to think, of course it's raining, of course there's floods. There's Mercury retrograde in Pisces conjunct Neptune. But wait a minute, that's just me. How does that affect America? Oh, wait a minute, America's covered in snow and ice. All right, so let's forget America and the UK, let's look at Europe. Oh, wait a minute, Europe's got 8 foot of snow. And for anyone who really wants to see something spectacular, check out my Twitter feed. I put up a video yesterday from the BBC of that avalanche in Austria. I've never seen an avalanche like that. That was a real avalanche, spectacular. And then I think, okay, so what else is going on? Okay, let's look at the east. That'll be safe. Oh no, Japan is closed down because snow. Snow's blocking the subway system. Right, okay, so the entire northern hemisphere is caught up in snow and rain and wet. Fine. Let's look at the southern hemisphere. Australia's catching fire again. And everywhere there's people saying it's the government's fault, it's the politicians' fault, it's the Environment Agency's fault. It's none of it. It's global warming. Now, for many of you, you're just going to go, oh, rubbish, rubbish, it doesn't exist. It does. And we're not going to go back to the way it was. The planetary incursion of extreme weather is only going to get worse. Now, yes, I could easily find astrological influences to suggest why it is as extreme as it is, but actually astrology and weather forecasting, some people are very good at it, allegedly. I've never yet met anyone who can successfully prove to me that it works. Nevertheless, Mercury retrograde in Pisces, the sign of the deep seas, conjunct Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, the sign of the deep seas, large amounts of water. It does seem that parts of the United Kingdom, particularly southwest England, are going to have to be let go back to the sea. And all those people who are fortunate enough to have been able to build houses right on the banks of the River Thames in London are now unlucky enough to have their homes flooded. It's happening all around the world, and there is no one person or group to blame. It's a time of collective responsibility, and I don't just mean for bailing out your garage or getting the snow off your roof or checking the heat gauge so that you're not frying. It's about the way we abuse and use our planet, particularly with the internal combustion engine. When I was in Morocco, yeah, there was no real problems around environmental degradation, but the pollution, particularly from the two-stroke motorbikes, was particularly bad. And I'm seeing it everywhere. And actually, what can we do realistically? Well, nothing. And yet, I'm not quite ready for what I call the extinction event scenario yet. But it does seem, from an astrological perspective, that with the upcoming Grand Cross, after this Mercury retrograde is finished, that more and more people are going to be seeing things in situations that involve yes, no, black, white. And whether it be environment, whether it be politics, whether it be economics, it does seem that increasingly, the closer we get to the Grand Cross in the middle of April, the more polarity there seems to be. And it's early days. You cannot safely predict what's going to be coming up in April yet. From an astrological perspective, the Mercury retrograde is still affecting us. And whilst Mercury is still in retrograde in Pisces, there's going to be a great deal of confusion. Give it another couple of days. And once Mercury retrogrades back into Aquarius, then perhaps we'll start seeing something a bit different. Now, this week itself is actually not looking too bad astrologically speaking. Last night, I saw a spectacular conjunction in the sky of the moon with Jupiter, and that was beautiful to watch. In 3 days' time, it's full moon in Leo, and that's looking great as well. It does seem as if full moon this coming weekend is going to be a short break and people can get out and enjoy themselves. My worry is it's going to go over the top. This week, actually, in terms of individuality and personal issues, is not looking too bad at all. Mercury's pulling away from Neptune. Venus is pulling away from Pluto today. Today, now, Sun square Saturn, and for the next 12 hours, 24 hours. So anything that you do today, it's got to be done with discipline, focus, concentration, hard work and structure. Anything you do today must be seen to be nose to the grindstone. Shortcuts will not work today. Catch you later, folks. Bye now.